Dear students, welcome back for Protecting Group Part 3. In this section, we'll continue the protection of hydroxy group using different reagents. In previous section, we have discussed about the protection of hydroxy group by using simple ether formation techniques. We have discussed the methyl ether protection, its deprotection, similarly its advantages and disadvantages. We have also discussed formation of benzyl ether, their deprotection and their utility in organic synthesis. We have ended up that section with the protection of hydroxy group by using uh, enol ether dihydropyrene, that is THP group. In this section, we'll continue the protection of OH group by using some more reagent. We'll start the protection of OH group by using para-methoxy benzyl ether. In para-methoxy benzyl ether protection, alcohol can be protected by para-methoxy benzyl chloride in presence of base. In presence of base, we'll get this protected ether. Similarly, we can also use 4-methyl 4-methoxy benzyl 2,2 trichloroacetamidate. This is 4-methyl 4-methoxy benzyl 2,2 trichloroacetamidate. This reagent as a protecting agent for alcohol that will also end up with the para-methoxy benzyl ether formation of corresponding alcohol. For first part, mechanism will be quite similar as we have discussed during the protection technique of benzyl ether. The mechanism for protection by 4-methoxy benzyl 2,2 trichloroacetamidate is shown here. This 4-methoxy, because of the electron shift towards this side, so it will easily remove this group under acidic condition uh, to give this kind of quinone system. Then the alcohol will react with this system to give you corresponding benzyl ether. Okay, these ethers, basically para-methoxy benzyl ethers, are comparatively less stable to acid than benzyl ether. So its utility as a protecting group, it depends on the fact that it can be removed oxidatively with DDQ, 2,3-dichloro 5,6 dicyano 1,4 benzoquinone. This is DDQ. Okay. Uh, Under these conditions, uh, which can it cannot affect the protecting group such as uh, RO, means protecting like benzyl protecting group, then MOM protecting groups, MEM methoxy ethoxy methyl protecting group, even THP that we have studied already, and TBDMS benzoyl protecting group, tosyl protecting group, etc. So utility of this para-methoxy benzyl ether protecting group is only because of we use this DDQ for deprotection, and this DDQ will not affect other protecting group we have used for uh, the hydroxy group. Mechanism of deprotection is shown here. The DDQ makes a charge transfer kind of complex with this para-methoxy benzyl ether, and finally it will give us corresponding alcohol. Reagent for protection: base, we can use potassium hydride, sodium hydride. Reagent, protecting reagent, para-methoxy benzyl chloride, or this reagent we have used. Okay, deprotection we can use in presence of DDQ, cane, H2PD, or lithium in liquid nitrogen. But out of these four deprotecting agent, DDQ is used mostly for the deprotection of paramethoxy benzyl ether. Next is uh, 2-methoxy uh, methyl ether. This is known as MOM. Okay, so 2-methoxy methyl ether, when reacts with alcohol in presence of amine base, this is diisopropyl ethyl amine. It will give us the corresponding protected molecule, which is it is written as like this RO-MOM. Okay, deprotection can be done in presence of dimethyl bromoborane in presence of CH2Cl2 under acidic condition, so it will give us corresponding alcohol back. Deprotection can also be achieved in presence of PPTS we have already discussed in previous section. Pyridinium para toluene sulfonate in presence of ETOH, that will also give you corresponding alcohol. In this example, a comparison between MOM and benzyl protection is shown. When we use trimethyl bromide as deprotecting agent for this kind of protected molecule, then only MOM group, this MOM will deprotected and benzyl group will remain unaffected. So again, here is some chemoselectivity of this reagent towards two protected hydroxy groups. So in multi-step synthesis, this kind of approach is very useful to achieve the target molecule. Next, protection of hydroxy group by 2-methoxy ethoxy methyl ether. It is known as MEM. Okay, so preparation technique is similar. This is 2-methoxy ethoxy methyl ether. Similarly, we'll protect alcohol by using this reagent in presence of diisopropyl ethyl amine. It is written as ROMEM. Deprotection can be done by simple uh, 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 zinc bromide. Okay, mechanism is shown here. Zinc is since a transient element, so it will coordinate with this oxygen and other oxygen, so it will give you back the corresponding alcohol. When we have allylic alcohol, protected allylic alcohol, even milder reagent like PPTS, pyridinium para-toluene sulfonate in ETOH, can be used for deprotection of such allylic protected alcohol. These MEM or methoxy-ethoxymethyl ethers are excellent protecting groups for 2-degree and 3-degree alcohols and even 3-degree allylic alcohols too. They are stable towards strong bases. This MEM is stable towards strong bases, organometallic reagents, and other oxidizing agents, and are more stable to acidic condition than THP ethers. And if we use acid for deprotection of THP as well as this MEM protected alcohol. So this MEM protected alcohol hydroxy group will be stable towards acidic condition while the THP will get deprotected. Okay. Uh, After this, next will be the Silyl system. This is again most important protecting tool for hydroxy group. The popularity of silicon protecting group is because of its easy incorporation and easy removal. The chemoselectivity of silylating agent for alcohol and the stability of resultant silyl ether towards acid and base hydrolysis, organometallic reagents, and oxidizing and reducing agent increases with increased steric size. This Silyl protection is important because the silyl protections are very stable towards acid and base hydrolysis. They are stable towards organometallic reagents. They are stable towards oxidizing and reducing agents. Also, if the sterically least hindered alcohol is the most radially or most easily silylated. because it is most labile to acid or base hydrolysis. Silicon having a high affinity towards electronegative elements such as oxygen, fluorine, and chlorine. These kind of trialkyl silyl ethers can be easily react with hydroxide, water, fluoride, etc. But they are stable in carbon or nitrogen bases or nucleophile. Let us discuss one by one. First, we have this trimethylsilyl ether, triethylsilyl ether, or triisopropyl ether. We'll cover these three in a single slide because they have a similar formation technique. They have similar kind of deprotection techniques. So when we react alcohol with R3SiCl. This is trialkyl trimethyl silyl chloride. If we use trimethyl silyl chloride, then we'll get trimethyl silyl ether. If we use triethyl silyl chloride, we'll get triethyl silyl ether. Okay. If we use triisopropyl silyl ether, then triisopropyl silyl chloride, we'll get triisopropyl silyl ether. Protection, whatever silyl ether you want to prepare, take corresponding silyl chloride in pyridine or DMAP. You can use imidazole also in CH2Cl2 or DMF or acetonitrile. You can use trialkyl silyl triflate in presence of diisopropyl ethyl amine in either CH2Cl2 should be CH2Cl2 or DBU, DMAP. Deprotection Deprotection can be achieved by using acid or fluoride containing reagent since uh, silicon is highly sensitive, or alkyl silanes are highly sensitive towards fluoride. Therefore, any fluoride containing reagent can be used for deprotection of this silyl ether. Okay. Trimethylsilyl ether, they are sensitive for protic media. Protic media means even water, alcohol, etc. Therefore, they can be easily deprotected under these mediums. Triethylsilyl ethers, they are important. They can be used in Grignard reagent or in even nitrogen lithium nitride, Swear-Nord-Desmartin oxidation, Wittig reactions. Triisopropyl silyl ether. They are very important. This is a very important class of silyl ether. It is selective for 1 degree alcohol, stable under wide range of acid, base, and powerful reagents. Next is uh, protection of hydroxy group by using tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl ether. It is also known as TBS or TBDMS. It is also one of the important protection technique. Protection can be achieved by uh, using uh, tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride. So the tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl group is most widely used for silica as a silicon protecting group. The rate of silylation of alcohol with tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride is follow the order. It will react with 1 degree alcohol very fast, then 2 degree alcohol, then 3 degree alcohol. For primary alcohol, the presence, if we have a if we have a primary and secondary alcoholic group present in a system, then this reagent will preferentially approach for primary alcoholic group in presence of triethylamine or in DMAP. Okay, so selectively we can use this reagent for chemoselectively approach towards 1 degree alcohol. This protecting group or this ether is highly stable towards hydrolysis than trimethyl ether that we have studied in previous slide, and it is stable up to 10 is to power 4 times uh, than the trimethyl ether. But as we already discussed that silylating agents are highly sensitive towards fluoride containing reagent. Therefore, it can be easily deprotected by using any fluoride containing reagents, which is mentioned over here. Example we can shown in this case. Okay, a comparison is made where we have MEM, we have THP, we have this TBDMS protection. When we use tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride as a deprotection agent, only TBDMS will get deprotected. When we use ACOH, only THP will get deprotected, and when we use ZnBr2, then MEM will get deprotected. Rest will remain as it is. The next one is protection by using tetrabutyl diphenylsilyl ether. It is similar to TBDMS. So in this, it is more stable towards acidic hydrolysis than TBDMS, uh, or even the triisopropyl silyl group. It survives even in presence of DBAL, that is diisobutyl aluminum hydride, which is a powerful reducing agent. Uh, Cleavage of TSP with aqueous ACOH, and cleavage of isopropyridine and benzylidine acetate with aqueous CF3COH, that already we have seen in previous slide. Okay, you can see in this case we have a comparison is also made. We have TB DMS and TB DPS. So if you use acetic acid in water, only TB DMS will get deprotected. TB DPS will remain as it is. Again, we can use chemoselectively this reagent. Next one is, this is called trityl ether or triphenyl methyl ether. It can be easily achieved by using pH3, a whole pH3 CCl, triphenyl benzyl chloride in pyridine or DMAP. It can be easily reprotected by using this simple mild acid. Selectivity for primary alcohol of this trityl ether is, if you have different OH group present in the system, then it can preferentially go for primary alcohols. Okay, and easily it can be deprotected under mild condition, formic acid in water. So other protecting group will remain intact with the molecule. Now after that, we'll discuss the hydroxy protection by forming ester. Ester, we know that esters are formed by reaction of acid and alcohol. So by using suitable acids, say for example carboxylic acid, we have used carboxylic acid or its derivative like acid chloride or acid anhydride in pyridine or DMAP. We can protect the hydroxy group. These are the reagent we can use for deprotection simply. Protection of hydroxy group by using tertiary butanoyl ester, that is also known as pivylate esters. It is written by OPV. Protection, we can use again the same reagent, derivative of the carboxylic acid, say anhydride or acid chloride in presence of pyridine or DMAP. Deprotection can be easily done by K2CO3, any potassium carbonate in methanol reflux, ammonia in methanol, or lithium hydroxide THF H2. Selectivity, if you say, for this reagent, if you have multiple functional group present in a system, if you use this tertiary butanoyl ester for protection, it will selectively go for primary alcohol, rest will remain unprotected. Next is isopropylidine, we call as acetonides. These are for protection of diols. Diol can be protected by forming corresponding acid in their acetal. Acetal means when we use diol in presence of acid, we react this diol with either acetone or uh, 2,2-dimethoxypropane or 2-methoxypropene. We'll get this corresponding protected diol. The protection can be achieved by using these all reagents, and deprotection can be done by using simple mild acidic condition. 1,2 acetanoid formation is usually favored over 1,3 acetanoid. 1,3 means if you have this kind of situation, OH here and OH here, this is 1,3, 1, 2 and 3. 1,3 acetanoids will be less favored over 1,2 acetanoid, therefore 1,2 will be protected easily. Next protection for diol is cycloalkylidine derivative. Cycloalkylidine means when we react this diol with any cyclic ketone, maybe cyclopentanone, cyclohexanone, in presence of acid, we will get corresponding protected diols. Cyclopentylidines are slightly easier to cleave, easier to deprotect than acetonides. Cyclohexylidines are slightly harder to deprotect than acetonides. It means always prefer to use this cyclopentylidines as a protecting group for diols. Acid hydrolysis is used to deprotect the cycloalkylidine acetals for protection. So simple acid, mild acid deprotection can be used for all these cycloalkylidines. Last is this production of diol acetal formation by benzylidine or paramethoxy benzylidine as acetals. Diol when reacts with either benzaldehyde or uh, dimethoxy dimethoxy benzyl benzyl derivatives, will get corresponding protected system. 1,3 benzylidine formation is usually favored over 1,2 benzylidine. Means in previous case we have seen that 1,2 cycloalkylidines favored over 1,3. Here 1,3 will be favored over 1,2. Okay. Benzylidines are usually hydrolyzed slower than benzyl ether, so they are quite stable. Okay. Than benzyl in compared to benzyl ether. Deprotection is achieved by acid hydrolysis or hydrogenolysis. Similarly, paramethoxy benzylidine acetals hydrolyze about 10 times faster than regular benzylidines. Means this one is very highly reactive in comparison to this one. Okay, so para-methoxy benzylidines acetal can be oxidatively removed by steric ammonium nitrate, which is known as CANE. So with this, we have discussed the protection and deprotection techniques of hydroxy group. In next section, we'll discuss the protection and deprotection techniques of carboxylic acid, carbonyl, as well as amines.